All right, how's it going, everybody? So this little video, trying to figure out where I can put my headphones, uh, is just to kind of show you, um, how to take care of a strop, like a leather strop for straight razors. Um, if you don't really know how, also this on this side is called chromium oxide. This is actually a little bit older because I stopped shaving with a straight razor for a couple months, and I completely forgot to take this off. But either way, this stuff really don't come off that easily anyway. So I'm gonna be showing you how to kind of like make sure that everything's clean, everything's good. So let's get into it. So a nice benefit that I have is I have a top monitor, so I can have like an overhead view, which actually makes this a little bit easier. So for the chromium oxide, if you're wanting to get it off, they say that carpenter blades are a lot easier because they're sharper, which I agree with. But the only problem is that I don't feel like slipping and cutting myself because most of them are, well, some of them are double edged and all that, but these work just fine. I got these at Walmart for like $5. So, and I am not even a quarter way through this, and I got this a while ago. So you'll just pop a blade out from the bottom if you get something like this. This is by Heart. And it says it comes with 50 blades, which I know some of these are from a box opener. Like just one of those utility knives. Um so I know not all these are from this, but like still I really haven't made it through like a quarter of this. But anyway, so some other stuff that you need is paper towels because most of the time it's going to be a mess, especially if you're dealing with chromium oxide. You'll need some sort of leather stropping paste. So I have this because it came with one of the few strops that I've had that I've thrown away. Uh, didn't know I could take this off, which okay, well I'll have to get that off later. um, and then the other thing is chromium oxide, which this is called a green polishing compound. I actually might need a new one soon anyway because this one is older as well. And then you're going to need some sort of microfiber towel. And then your knife or blade, whatever it's called. So, to get off the chromium oxide, you're going to just want to take the blade. And I know this is an overhead, so it's going to be a little problem. But you don't want to really like go this way. You're going to want to have the blade back and scrape against it. So nothing really came off because a lot of this is old. This works a lot better on different stropping blocks like this, which I have to clean this too because this is just full of dust. I don't really strop my knives anymore because I don't sharpen them because I don't use them that often anymore. But anyway, so I got a little bit coming off. Um, I know sometimes it won't come off, so you can just add new stuff, which really isn't a problem. Sometimes it can be, other times not much. So really what I'm just trying to do right now is just scrape off the top layer of this. And also don't be afraid to to ruin the paper towel. That's why we have it there. Um, so I am noticing, at least with this strop, I can go this way instead of like this, and it's actually making my job a little bit easier. Okay, so I need to move some of this so I don't keep ripping into that because I'm just gonna end up ruining my keyboard. Okay, so I moved some stuff around a little bit just to make it a little bit easier on my part. Um, so even if you do start going at it this way, still be careful so that you don't ruin the strop. I've done that many times. That's why I said in the beginning not to do it this way. But for me, it's seeming like it's actually helping a little bit. I knew this was going to be a pain to do this since before I started the video. But I still kind of just wanted to show about how to do it and uh, just as a helpful video. Anyway, I really think that I got as much off as as I could. So I'm not really going to worry about that too much because I'm just going to add more stuff in a second here anyway. But just so you don't have any blades laying around, go ahead and pop it into the used blade side on whatever you are using so that you don't accidentally cut yourself, because that has happened to me many, many times. So if you're like me, you are going to make a mess, which sometimes is not a big deal because I clean my desk pretty much every day when it comes to like disinfecting and stuff. This is another thing you can do, by the way, just taking some sort of paper towel and just wiping it down. So after you have a good amount of that off, you can go ahead and reapply the new stuff. Yeah, this is what I mean by it's getting old. This used to be a brighter green. So I'm just going to add some on here. Now, don't be afraid of adding too much because I don't really think there's a problem with adding too much. But at the end, you could also just wipe it off slightly with a paper towel. I, however, am not going to do that because I don't use this enough to really worry about that. So it is using this. It just doesn't seem like it's getting any darker or anything to me. I want to see if I can add some down here. Okay, there we go. Since I started using the edge, it seems like it's actually applying now. So I would say every now and then, just try to take some sort of razor blade that is not your straight razor, and just take off the top layer. Um, I mean, if you use it kind of regularly, then it'll kind of just wear down. But you're still gonna want to take off the used stuff on top and reapply new stuff so that your blade will stay sharp. Okay. So I lied. I am gonna wipe it off just a little bit just slightly. I've also noticed that doing this too kind of helps kind of spread it around a little bit. So it's not like it'll be hurting too much. All right, so since I have that done, it's nice and for some reason gray instead of green, how it's supposed to be. So I'm gonna clean my desk anyway. Uh, well, not really like clean, but what I'll do if I'm doing stuff that has a mess, I'll just take some sort of disinfecting wipe and just wipe it down. So for this, I'm gonna wipe this off a little bit, and always use a microfiber towel when you're doing this type of stuff. Because if you don't, then you're just gonna get flakes of like paper towel and all that stuff all on it. This is actually pretty clean too, because like I said, I don't really use this as much as I should, but I also don't use my straight razor all that often. Although with this new one that I got, this is the one that I had a couple videos ago, or last video, or if I even did a video with this one on this channel yet. But this is the gold dollar. Let's see if I can get it to focus. So it's the gold dollar. It's really hard to get on camera because of the top monitor being on and everything. I also need to tighten this because this shouldn't be doing that. It also doesn't stay closed for some reason. So I gotta screw around with that and see how I can fix that. But this video is not about that straight razor. I'll do a different video on that eventually. So what you're gonna want to do, this is actually a good way to clean this too, because sometimes what I'll do is put some on, spread it on, wipe it off, and put new stuff on. So you're just gonna want to take your finger, just kind of scribble it around in here. You have a good amount, and then just take your finger and just wipe down like that. And as you can see, there is some dark. Well, maybe you really can't see, but there is some dark on there. So what I'm gonna do is take this, wipe it off. Now, if you live in a place where you have high humidity like me, I'm here in Florida, the leather can dry out, especially if your house is usually more humid than it should be. So you do want to do this like every couple, I would say like either weeks or months, all depending on, how much use the thing actually gets. But I usually do mine every few weeks when I'm actually using it. It's actually a lot cleaner than I thought it was going to be. Now, you don't need to overload this thing with paste. You really only need like a fingertip, really. Kind of like how I did it, just kind of swiveled it around in the paste, and then just swipe it on. And once you're done with that, you could check the light. It should be kind of shiny, kind of like how this is. That is the stropping paste. So once you're done with that, you're gonna want to hang it up somewhere. Like me, I have like two little Velcro things. So to the left is the strap that I was using for this video, and to the right is the other strap that I have. That's GBS. So as you saw, I just kind of showed with my phone the Droid Cam. So after you're done with all that, because I am noticing that it got quite dirty, go ahead and take some type of disinfectant wipe. I grabbed two by mistake, but that's okay because I'll clean my whole area. As you can tell, it's already clean. And no, this is not a cleaning video. I'm just kind of showing what you should be doing after you do all this, because it is important to do this, especially if you are doing stuff like this at an area that you sit at. I would say pretty much like every day. Yeah, and that's it. All right, so that is a good way to take care of your strop. Uh, there's many other ways. I mean, you don't have to do it as often as I do. I just do it just so that it stays in good shape, especially because I don't really use them that often. Especially the one that was to the right. Um, I forgot when I got that one and why I got it, but uh, I just don't use it that often, so I really don't take care of that one. But the other one I use all the time. So, some sort of stropping paste. Um, I would say not all of them work the same. Some are a little bit more hydrating to the leather than others. This one by GBS is pretty good, and so I really don't remember where I got this one from. This is a 22 milliliter or a 3/4 ounce jar. This is the other strap that you saw in my closet, the one next to it. Um, the main the main reason why I use the smaller one is because I can use that easier. Because sometimes I'll put it on my microphone and strap. If I'm just sitting here and getting ready for a shave, I do need one that is a 3-inch wide, because when you strap a straight razor that's not that's less than 3 inches, they tell you to do an X pattern. But with a 3-inch, you can just go up and down instead, which is what I would prefer to do. So, if you're wanting some type of stropping paste, this is a 30 milliliter. It's $9. These are actually fairly inexpensive when you think about it, because these last you a long time. And another one that you can get is by From. It's strop dressing. It's the same thing. It's just a little bit more expensive, but you also get a 4-ounce bottle of it compared to a 30 milliliter, which I think is what, an ounce? I think. Okay, so it says a 0.74 ounces, which is the same. And this is 0.75. So I want to know who's lying to me. Maybe they've, I don't know. I don't know why this says 30 milliliters when it's 0.74 ounce, and this is a 22 milliliter, which is 0.75. I don't know. Anyway, GBS though is it's they're fairly good. They're when it comes to their products, I have a GBS alum block, the strap. I mean, I don't use it, but it's genuine leather and it's really nice. I have not used From yet, but I've heard a ton of good things about them. I will get them eventually when I start using more stuff. I did, however, have uh the From Illinois razor strap. I had this one and then I ruined the leather, so I threw it out because this was the first strop that I bought when I got my first straight razor, and I wasn't very good at stropping, so I ruined the leather. Uh, $40 is pretty expensive, but it is. This is actually good quality. And if you use chromium oxide like I do, I use it on here, and the nice thing too is that if you see that little screw up there, you can unscrew it and take both of these apart. And what I would do is take the linen side and take off the stropping paste, or not the strop, the chromium oxide. It just made my life so much easier being able to take that apart. But regardless, um, yeah, GBS is good. From is good. I'm sure there are other good companies out there that do this, but for today, these are the two that I'm showing you. I will leave a link to these two strops down below as well, since I brought them up. But yeah, anyway, if you guys enjoyed, hit the like button. Any other straight razor, stropping, shaving equipment, any questions, leave them down in the comments below, and I'll be sure to answer them when I can. If you guys have any recommendations on videos I should do, go ahead and leave them in the comments as well. I'll try to do what I can. But yeah, so anyway, thank you guys for watching. Go check out my other channels down below, and I'll see you all later.